All right. I am. Oh, damn it. Missed the 5 minute window. Missed it by that much. Here's what it is. Hopefully you can hear me. Okay. We got one. We got two. We got all three. So I'm going to ask a question I already know the answer to, and that is, are we live? I said, are we live? Looks like we are. Vigilante Williamson here on the 176th episode of VW Casual. We'll be at 200 before we know it. Hopefully everyone's having a good weekend just starting. Howdy, Tom Jensen. Howdy, Cotton. Live and alive. Happy to be both. It is Friday, isn't it? Goodness, losing track of time. Shit, we're already a month down this year, buddy. It's 2026, the second month. You still write 2025? You in the past. It's 2026. And we in this bitch. Sup? The oppressive Eastoy, Cinch and Dildo. And he's not small time to me. Small time Republic. Thought the light just flashed. The temperature outside is frightful. Goodness, it's been fucking cold. That's not what I'm in Houston for. Go back to Michigan for this shit. Well, no, I can't because it's snow. There's no snow down. It is cold, but there is no snow. And I am happy to not deal with snow. Happy to not deal with snow. Hate to go Cody. I'll do it. What do you want to talk about? I don't really want to talk about, ice. I don't really know what to talk about, right? Entertainment can't really keep my attention. I'm getting fed up with sports ball. Don't really care about the news. Am really I guess in talking about myself, just made an offer on a house. We'll see how that goes. Hopefully, man, it would be cool if they should say, yeah, I did lowball him a little bit. I did see Native Instruments are going under. That does suck. He wants you to think of the Instagram reel. New FC drops a while. I didn't see that. He's awesome. Who's he? Who's he, Wade? Don't mind the cold, just the huge temperature drops. Yeah, that's nothing. It keeps it'll be 70, then it's 20. Private equity stripped it. Damn. I wasn't a big Native Instruments, though there are a few things that I did want from them. Jeez, I saw it, but I didn't look too much into it. We can start there. I was a musician. Still got to finish up potency. Good luck. I advise you. Oh yeah, I'm getting a home inspection. No doubt about that. There's no doubt. Not all these janky homes they putting up. I've seen homes 4 times the one I'm bidding on. They still have issues just online. So yeah, we're getting this inspection. And even if multiples are necessary, multiples. But damn, Native Instruments, another private equity body, bro. God, Native Instruments been there since the beginning. I remember I didn't know what VSTs were back in the day, and the cracks of things like Pro 53 and some of those old OG Native Instruments sounds. Damn, bro. I didn't use them a ton, but I had some Native Instruments stuff. I had, contact player. Everybody uses fucking contact player. Did I retweet it? Oh yeah, if I see something I like, I'll pause it. I use more hardware stuff too. Honestly. See, this is where hardware, people always talk about software over hardware. If you're a purchaser, if you just crack shit, then leave, right? But if you're a purchaser and dealing with licenses and dealing with some of that bullshit and you switch computers, this is where hardware sometimes can just be smoother to deal with. You just plug in a cable, plug in a USB cable, plug in an audio cable, you're good. And, if you're dealing with I've been using this synth since 2012, sometimes it's fucking hard to get the same VST going. So, 300 million debt? Crazy. Why are they so much in debt? But you know what? I say that a lot of times private equity is the reason. They do these leveraged buyouts. So they literally charge the company to buy them out. They use the company. And how these things are allowable, only the Most High knows, right? But a private equity firm comes in. What it is the owners and the stock share owners, they make a boatload of money, but they'll use money and the credit goes against the company, and they end up in debt even if they weren't. And then when they're in debt, they can say, "Oh, well, we'll just strip it and file bankrupt." And it's like, they get all the assets for essentially nothing for them. The owners make off like bandits, but all the users and workers are left holding the bag. Dollars is future proof. There were people, rest in peace, was it Steve Albini, talking about, a lot of people get analog for the sound. I get analog because it's easier to preserve, because I don't know what form of media is going to come out. I have a tape player and I have tapes. I'll always be able to use these tapes for the tape stuff I have. I don't have every single digital thing. If I would have got the SCSI system back in the day, I'd be shit out of luck. If I would have got even the ADATs, you could have still used the ADAT system. And there's people still using the ADAT system. People still using the ADAT system. But it only works. It's probably safer than the modern shit. I got to get I keep bullshit on getting a hard drive. I don't really want to spend nothing because, again, working on this home shit. But I got to get a hard drive, just to have more space. And again, I got a lot of stuff on an old hard drive. I don't know if that shit will ever see the light of day. Because the something fucks up with the hard drive. So as much as people talk shit about, the older stuff, sometimes it's a little, especially if you're like serious about it and you just like, man, because I know I hate dealing with old licenses and getting the shit to work. And again, if you just crack shit, you don't got to worry about it. But if you actually pay for shit, sometimes it's easier to just have a cheap software, cheap piece of hardware, than some of the bullshit. And yeah, I don't understand how private equity works either. Small time. It is, it's legit robbery. It's a planned robbery. Let me make sure I have the definition of leveraged buyout right. I don't want to just lie to the people, but I'm pretty sure I do. Leveraged buyout meaning. Let's see. The purchase of controlling share in a company that's managed by using outside capital. Okay. This is Investopedia. Leveraged buyout bonds. One company acquiring another by financing most of their purchase to borrows fund, typically issuing bonds and secure loans. In this process, they're gonna teach us. Let's let the video teach us. I'm not as smart as the already established technology. So let's see what it says. Yeah, if we can mute it. All right. Oh, geez. Everything needs notifications. Let's see.
Leveraged buyouts, or LBOs, have a mixed reputation in the world of business. An LBO is a way to buy a company with funds that are nearly all borrowed, either through debt or bonds. In many cases, the assets of the company being bought are used as collateral for the loans, in addition to the assets of the company that's making the purchase. That allows companies to make large acquisitions without having to commit a lot of capital. Since leveraged buyouts can be completed using the assets of the company that's being bought, many such acquisitions are considered hostile takeovers. The risk is particularly great with these types of buyouts. For example, Alvarez & Sons wants to buy Lee Cosmetics, but it doesn't have enough cash on hand or assets to use as capital. In a leveraged buyout, they can use the assets of the target company to secure the necessary funding. Once the acquisition is complete, if Alvarez & Sons and Lee Cosmetics cannot meet their very large debt obligations with the combined cash flow from both companies, Lee Cosmetics will likely be the one to eventually go bankrupt.
Okay, I was basically right. So you use the assets from the shut up. You use the assets from the thing you're buying. Look how bullshit that is. Because you buy a company, you use those companies' assets to go in debt in order to buy the company. And then it goes bankrupt because it's in debt, which you used to buy the company. So it's basically a way of getting free assets and getting free either intellectual property or whatever assets you can ship off a company, kill it, and then go away, and then your company survives. And the sellers, hey, they made a bag. They made 300 plus million. The people who used to own it, they made a huge bag. But everybody else is fucked. Absolute bullshit. So I was right. So yeah, I don't, bullshit. But that's the way it is. And I don't know that a leveraged buyout. I didn't look, but that 90% of the time, that's what private equity does. Because that's how they move. Because you don't have to. You basically using credit, and you once you default, you're using credit that if you default on, your company doesn't take the issue. The company you're buying, or doesn't take the hit. The company you're buying does. Sauce net and chief. So okay. As far as native instruments, oh shit, they own. I didn't realize they own Isotope and Plugin Alliance, which I've used. I have used that platform. It's a plugin platform where you can buy stuff. Sometimes have pretty good deals. So it looks like they got insolvent this year, this month, and a couple of companies may have stepped in. But it started off 2021. Francisco Partners acquired a majority stake to quote unquote accelerate growth. So these Francisco Partners came in, flipped it basically. Came in, took the money, flipped it to whoever. Oh man, and maybe they're saved from exist. So maybe they'll still exist, but it's just still private equity being private equity. And thank you, Bot and Kick. I'm not gonna do it. Shout out to you, Bot and Twitch. Whatever. I'm not buying viewers. We're taking all the risk. You're taking none of the risk. There's no risk. You're basically incentivized to bankrupt another company. Absolutely. Not only that, when the government comes in and sells the matter, it's free of charge to private equity firm. They'll never take any risk. The risk all gets put back on the company that they're acquiring. Now, does that always happen? It depends. It depends on if they value the asset or not, and if they think, oh man, we could do so much more with this asset. Why crash it, right? Shit, good old private equity fucking up everything. Well, it's so hard to say goodbye to yesterday. R.I.P. Native Instruments for now. We hardly knew ye. But that does suck. I know not everybody's interested in music, and not everybody may know what. I know Scrambles does. Obviously, hey Fizz, hey everybody that came in. Hey Scrambles again, Small Time, Real Wade, Fizz, obviously Sentient. Want to say hey to everybody, and if I miss you, blame my head, not my heart, or my eyes, not my heart, really. But that's just the way it is. Things will never be the same. Not to sing. I need to be rapping. I need to finish this fucking project. Fucking Currency has released like 4 projects in between my last project and now. And I know it's Currency, but still. So I gotta get on it. But I appreciate everybody being here this Friday, going on to Saturday. Hey, Retro Richard. Appreciate you being here, as always.
What you mean? Nah, you could still be in the hood. Like, you ain't supposed to be out there. So I smacked his cheek off in the bathroom.
Yo,
Climb 1 second.
smacked his cheeks off.
No, I'm telling you, I gave him that fire. I said, what you mean?
Fat Joe, everybody. Fat Joe, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, he's got some suspects. I thought I said, hey, Fizz. I'm sorry if I didn't. Hey, Fizz. Appreciate you being here. You're a permanent pillar of the channel. Appreciate you being here. So sorry if I didn't say hey to you, Fizz. Royal Rumble is tomorrow in Saudi Arabia. You know what? Speaking of Saudi, I never commented and I know it's like now like 5-6 months, but there was that big comedy thing in Saudi. I know Bill Burr and some other people were upset, which I guess I get, right? Because you talk, some of these motherfuckers talk shit about America or talk shit about other countries, right? I also get that's like, I've even said something similar, speaking of the Rumble, about CM Punk. He's been critical, Saudi blood money. He said all sorts of bullshit. And then when it's his turn to get the money, he ain't got shit to say. And you know what? I can't defend that. That is hypocritical, man. That shit is hypocritical. It's 2 p.m. Jeez. But that it is like, ain't no, if we're honest about the world, I'm not trying to just say this as a scapegoat for any behavior or anything that the Saudi government has or hasn't done. But I mean, shit, if you can't go to a country that's committed an atrocity, what country can you go to? You know what I'm saying? Like, and at what point do you go? And it's like, hey, what Saudi? They put a lot of money. They spend a lot of money. They spend money on boxing. They spend money on golf. They spend money on F1. They spend money on all these different projects. And yes, they are trying to buy international favor with them and sell themselves as a tourist destination and try to. But they're also trying to connect to the world. I mean, like you said, like Rich said, everyone's, are the women safe? And they're like having fun on roller coasters. It's not as bad of a place. And I'm not saying it ever was, but you know what I mean? It's not I think sometimes the representation of it can be a little bit more. Now, listen, I wouldn't trust the young lady who went over there for a purse, either to Saudi or Dubai or any area like that. The young lady that went to rehab season, and she's just an Instagram model. I wouldn't kiss her, so to speak. But outside of that, it's like, I mean, what do you do? I get if people who legitimately talk shit against the government going to take their money, yeah, that's hypocritical. But if you didn't, it's like, man, am I never gonna take the German government? Am I never gonna take the American government, the English government? Every government's done something fucked up. You know what I'm saying? It's just a reality. What, am I not take nobody's money ever? And, hey, maybe you can. Maybe you can be like that. There's something to be said about saying, okay, I'm not going to take no country's money. I can understand not wanting to take everybody's money, and you don't have to. You know what I mean? But if somebody does, it's like, it's not. There's no skin on my back. Life is short, man. That shit keeps getting reminded me. Speaking of which, rest in peace, Captain O'Hara. Is it Catherine O'Hara? See, I don't want to mess her name up. The mom from Home Alone, and she was the voice actress for Nightmare Before Christmas. She's died in her 70s. It's like, man, 70 don't seem too far away. 70 seem far as fuck when you're in your 20s. When you're in your 40s, it's like you done already been 40 years of life. And I ain't quite in my 40s. I'm 38, but I'm basically there, right? And it's like, shit, all that is doing this shit again. You know what I'm saying? Not even. We talk about 70. So it's just like, it's just too short to be worried about some of this bullshit. And yeah, Cincha, and I know, technically I got podcast equipment. You could argue this is a podcast, but even though I don't go through all that shit, podcasting is a scourge. All these retards thinking they have something interesting to say. There's the joke they need to make podcasting equipment more expensive. Maybe make Google ads more expensive. I mean, part of the reason you see all these damn podcasts, I'm standing on that. A lot of these podcasts are using Google ads. They're using clips. They're doing all this other stuff. They're trying to say outrageous things on purpose, but they're also using Google ads. So, hey, Brandon Hobbs says, I might need to get my Microsoft products and my antibiotics. What's going on? I still don't have Windows 11. I'm still bumming in on Windows 10, but I'm not planning on updating if I don't have to. No, he ain't gonna wear no Saudi protest tee. He's not even a tough guy. He's a fake tough guy. He likes talking shit when it was convenient. Cause he wasn't that far off from I know sometimes me and Richard joke about Mick Foley, who cared more about Trump than his own life. You know what I mean? Oh, I'm not going to be back with the company because of Trump. Well, you talking about the company that threw you off a cage and hit you with a chair 100,000 times? Set you on fire a few times? None of that was okay. It was okay to damn near kill you. But dealing with a president, so you care literally more about president than your own fucking life. Okay. You know, he was similar. He was talking a lot of that shit when he was at AEW. A lot of this over political, I'm trying to be the coolest dude on Twitter to the 2020 leftists, and then he fucking moonwalked all that shit when the WWE money came. He was fucking prime Deion Sanders backpedaling. Shit. So that's why I still like CM Punk. I still like, he was a good wrestler. He's still a decent talker. I don't think he is currently that good of a wrestler in ring. He's definitely lost a step. Even, there's older wrestlers like AJ that still have more left in the tank. That's it. I'm not going to say that CM Punk has had no good matches. He has some decent matches, but he's always good for a botch or two. Free to bet. I didn't say anything about Grape Games. I did not mention that at all. I didn't mention that at all. So I'm not confusing Saudi Arabia with Pakistan at all because that was never mentioned. Free to bet. He's world champion, earning money. He don't give a fuck. But I said, yeah, he don't give a fuck now. He gave a fuck when he was at AEW. He's hypocritical. Oh no, maybe you're talking about the women thing. Never mind. Disregard what I said, Fit. You're talking about how the women, because they're worried about the women, but they ain't got nothing to worry about in Saudi Arabia. He is, that's my point too, small time. He is political when he's safe. And you're not wrong, Richard. That is the whole WWE right now. Really? That's freaky. Captain O'Hara had a condition where her heart was on the right side of her body? Oh, man, that is freaky. So you figure you got 15 to 20 years left? Damn, that's kind of scary, man. That's why I'm back in the gym and shit, trying to get this weight off, trying to, man, I don't want to die in 20 years. I want to be here for another 50. And I seen, speaking of old shit, my man from Ghostbusters, Ernie Hudson, he's 80 and he still looks good. It's man, that's what I want to be, man. I don't want to check out. I used to not give a shit. To quote Jadakiss, I used to not give a fuck. I ain't always care. I was I'll check out when I check out. But, now I'm man, I don't want to check out no time soon. I want to be here for a while. Fuck. And why didn't he leave? Because he was getting a check. It's funny how that works. It's funny how that. See, that's really the bombshell. Motherfuckers got so much to say, depending on whether or not they getting paid. If they getting paid, all of a sudden nobody got shit to say. Nobody got shit to say. So if that's the case, is what you're saying that important? If you making money, it's the difference between you expressing your views. Is your views even that fucking important, dog? If they can be bought and you're not standing for nothing, you're not standing on none of this bullshit. CM Punk wouldn't stand on none of his bullshit in AEW. I guess Mick Foley called himself standing on bullshit, but I don't know. And listen, you ain't got this orange fucker. I don't like it. But I don't, the thing I still don't get is so what, the Dems are not fucking hypocritical demons either? Listen, I don't get the orange worship. I don't. It's just, he's just a dude. I don't get it. I kind of get it, but I don't get it, right? It's easier to get more when they're going crazy over them. I get the reaction to the TDS, right? Because then it's what the fuck? But I don't get the please save me, Donald Trump, right? But at the same time, I also don't get this I got two words to use a wrestling quote, to paraphrase a wrestling quote. I got two words for anyone who believes in this right versus left: insider trading. I don't need some high-end crazy conspiracy. I ain't got to say nothing about Israel. I ain't got to say no crazy shit. We know both sides insider trade. That's not an opinion. That's not a thought. I didn't make it up. That's not something you gotta dig, do some fucking crazy 4chan to find out. We know both sides of the inside trade. So once you know that, why do we hold either side to some pedestal like they gonna do something good? Like, oh, you're such an evil person if you like this side, but you're smart if you like mine. Like, what the fuck? Listen, y'all want to go out and vote? Y'all want to participate with it? I like. Listen, I went to an NFL game. Sometimes it's fun to watch something that's fake, but come on, man. Like, this idea that I'm supposed to just fuck up my whole life, fuck up buddy, fuck up friendship, fuck up all this shit just over some bullshit with motherfuckers you don't know who both is milking the system dry and leaving you with the bag to hold. Both motherfuckers, we got record inflation. You know who don't got to worry about offering on the house? Fucking Nancy Pelosi and all these other motherfuckers in Congress. None of them got to worry about any of these problems. None of them got to worry about any of the problems we worried about. None of them got to worry about, even though gas is actually going down. But, oh, man, what am I going to do about gas? Oh, man, what am I going to do about these bills? Oh, man, what am I going to do about that? None of them worried about that shit. None of them been worried about that shit in decades. So why get riled up on this shit? I don't know. Let me read your comments. Yes, their fucking country, they can run it. Their fucking country, they can run it how they want. None of my business. However, these moral. It's that moral fagging. It's like, come on, bro. You know you just want some bread. You know if they toss you the bag, you would shut the fuck up. Will Saudi invade Yemen, or are they pussies? That I don't know. They'll just starve them. Homoerotic soap opera. You're not wrong. I don't know what you're talking about, but you're not wrong. Apparently French law. Okay, France passed a law that you don't owe your partner sex as a condition of marriage. You can't use it as a reason for divorce. Damn. But you can use anything else for a reason as divorce. Because I don't know France's divorce laws, but I know here, like, there's no fault divorce. You can just, I'm just divorced just because. It's a dual stream. How the hell you dual stream? I didn't know it has an option to a dual stream. I gotta look this up. A vertical crop for the shorts feed. Oh man, that's pretty cool. I'll check that out. Asking Becky Lynch about ICE. I mean, her immigration is good, so why does she got to care? Everybody don't got to give a fuck about ICE, man. I'm sorry if your life being affected. Wish you the best, man. It's not my fight, man. It's not my fight. Where's the scary movie sketch? I'm gonna tell y'all want my real opinion on ICE. I'm gonna give it to y'all, but I can show y'all better than I can tell you. I can show y'all better than I can tell you. Hold on. Let me see if I can find it. Okay.
At this time.
There are no suspects in custody.
All right, I'm gonna show y'all. Here's what I think.
Reporting live for Black TV. White folks are dead. We're getting the fuck out of here. Let's roll, Jack. Come on, back to shit. Let's go, motherfucker. Go.
All right. Hey. Just want to make sure I get y'all an accurate opinion what I think about this. The whole situation. White people are dying. Getting the fuck out. Hey, Vic Sage. The question. The man himself on Twitch. Appreciate you being here. So with the vaccine, yeah, apparently this guy, Bill Gates is giving hoes STDs or some shit. Yeah, it's like he got STDs from a Russian bitch and gave it to his ex-wife or some crazy shit. I might be fucking up that story, but I did see, you know what I mean? I'll be half seeing a bunch of stories. So, yeah, apparently, this is the vaccine secretly stopping us catching the STDs. I don't know, Brandon. I don't know if he didn't stop his wife from catching his STDs, it looks like. That's too old to be catching STDs. There's no good age to catch an STD, but 60 and 70 surely isn't. God damn. So yeah, Bill Gates is on some other shit. He's on some other shit. I'll keep that crazy play. Give me a second. Let me get through the comments. Wait, we might check it out. Yeah, Mick the got hit with a chair. He's still one of my favorites, but he got hit with a chair too much. One honest opinion or the real you like? I don't even remember the real I like. No, not to be funny. I just liked it in that moment and thought it was cool, but I forgot it. I got, I smoke a lot of weed, big dog. My memory's not the greatest. But if I liked it, then I liked it. So I can tell you that. And I do think Trump's just a butt boy for Israel. And I don't know how anyone could think otherwise. That's what's so weird about his worship. I don't get the leftists to think they're superheroes for opposing Trump. It's easy to think he's all person. Yeah, they do. They really do. They really do. And you know what it is, man? It's very easy, especially when there's money involved. And we know in these internet streets, money is involved. But to make something stupid your personality and your identity. We live in this shitified world. A lot of people fucked up. A lot of people don't want to face whatever they're dealing with in real life, and they can live vicariously through politics. Rather they be fans of one side or the other, or fans of that type of content. And then you can be a content creator who just riles up the Dems or riles up the Republicans or whatever, and you could just eat. You can eat infinitely. Yeah, the bread is stale, the circus is gay, since it. Might become a Titans fan. Shout out to, who's the new coach? Robert Saleh. And Vic. Just checking to see if Vic said anything else. Hopefully Vic is still here. Shout out to Vic Sage. How was Michigan, Vic? Going back to your question. Did you go to Michigan? And if so, how was it? Because it's been cold. But free tickets is dope. So take the free tickets. ICE is IDF, yeah. Yeah. Rare baddie side of the 90s movies. I see. He does have to get on YouTube. Bill Gates? ? So the weed may have. It may have been weed influence. I'm sorry, Real Wade. See, I'm messing up. Senior Bowl is tomorrow. Which is why it's weird that Minnesota fired his GM during the Senior Bowl. And during that whole situation where you're supposed to be they already can't draft, which is why they fired him. And now when you're evaluating the seniors and evaluating the most players at once, they don't have a GM. And now their coach, who I think is shaky, he's the coach and GM right now. So that's wild shit for Minnesota to do that. But yeah, sorry, man. Hey, post it here. Or hit me up on Instagram, show me what it was again. I'm sorry, brother. I went to the Senior Bowl as a kid. A few times a kid never could get into it. Because it's kind of, similar to the Pro Bowl, which is a complete joke. It's not a real game, right? These teams aren't teams. They're just, they're collected all for the one Senior Bowl, and everybody's just trying to get out, do the best they can to impress scouts. It's not really a game. It's a tryout. So you can't really. There's no energy behind it. No one really cares to win. You just care to do the best you can. Care to make plays against other top talent. The country's run by compromised pedophiles. That's a fact. The world is run by compromised pedophiles. I don't really make politics my identity. Even when entertainment properties get bad, leave them when they get bad. Now, the truth is there's always something to find. There's always something to discover in the face of entertainment. But the other truth is, and I got to include myself to some extent, even though I'm trying to do better, most people accept mainstream. Don't I know it from music, but, most people only want what corporations tell them is entertainment anyway. And, that was a viable strategy for 50 years or whatever it was when it was, but it's not anymore. Last time you watched Star Wars? Sheesh, that's a good question for all of us. I couldn't tell you. Oh my God! I don't know the last time I watched Star Wars. I don't know if I've watched it within the past 10 years. You know, that Farce Awakens came out 2015, so that's 10 years ago. I watched that, but sheesh. Fuck. I mean, that's what a no. I guess last thing I saw was I'll take that back. Season 2 of The Mandalorian. So that's what 2020, the end of 2020. That's still 6 years. But yeah, Fizz, go ahead. What's the last time you watched Star Wars? It was before 2020. So yeah, that's more than 6 years. Whew. What a destruction of an easy franchise. How hard is Star Wars? It's a basic story, right? The basic hero's journey. You already made 3 good. I mean, really 4, because I do like that third prequel, and honestly, you could still vouch for the whole prequel trilogy. And then you had all the media. Like, you had a lot of built-in media, a lot of built-in goodwill. Despite everything, you still have it. Not as much as you had. And then a lot of casual goodwill. Threw it all away for nothing. Last time you watched was Last Jedi, which I never saw. The only one of the prequel or the sequel trilogy what I saw was the first one. Complete. Now, obviously, I've seen plenty of clips of both of the others, and I have no desire to spend that 5 or 6 hours of my life that I'll never get back. I think a lot of people watched the MCU was 2019. Sorry. We will see what happens later this year. We got Spider-Boy. What is it? Not No Way Home. That was the last one. Brand New Day. Spider-Boy. Brand New Day. And then Tony Stark Day, a.k.a. Doomsday. So that's we'll see what happens with that. They're throwing a lot in this Doomsday. They're throwing every universe, every character. Oh, that's cool. You're going to NASCAR, record stuff in May. That's dope. That's dope. Hope you have fun, Real Wade. Can't wait to spend money on a new Goy slop. So that's the word of the year, slop. Because it's just so fitting. NBA slop, NFL slop, TV is slop, music is slop. Yeah. We used to like the Goy slop because it was good. What happened to the organic flavoring? They got all this fucking GMO slop, man. Put some actual paprika in that shit. What the fuck is going on? Season that shit, man. Season that shit. What is this shit? Who wrote this shit? Sheesh. Uh-oh. It's a coincidence. Could have saw Grizzly for $5 second level. Oh, Grizzlies Hornets. Okay. I'm like, Grizzly. G Grizzly? Like, what the fuck are we talking about? Goy Slop, GOP. Wait a minute. GOP? Uh-oh. No, they're the party of freedom. What are you talking about? Freedom. They're America first. They have it on the hat. They're America first. No other countries first. No other countries get all the funding. No other countries get all the resources. No other countries get to censor major media and major social media platforms. No other countries. It's America first. Yeah, the NBA. That's the NBA. But yeah, the NBA is kind of, I haven't watched it. I guess I kind of checked out the finals, so I'm not going to totally. I'll probably check out the Super Bowl. Fighting for the soul of America, man. I'll probably check out some of the Super Bowl. But, I mean, even the last one I didn't really check out. I'll check out parts and shit, but it's like, ain't the same. Shit don't hit the same. None of this shit hits the same. And so, that's why the goal is to come up with my own shit. Eventually, once this house shit is situated, we're going to start focusing on the game. And hopefully an album will have been dropped before I close. That's definitely a goal. Regardless of this, even if this offer's taken, I gotta get this shit done before I close, like done and out. Though I don't know how long the fucking sample clearance thing is gonna be through TrackLib. Just like I don't know how the fucking ASCAP. I don't. Every week I call. Come by next week. Like, what is wrong? Why are they not letting my publisher establish itself? Notice how Puka recoup. He sure did. Puka. You can't talk about them. You're not supposed to. How dare you be anti-Semitic? How dare you be anti-Semitic? I didn't even see his. What was it Aiden Ross? He had a stream with, and a certain group of people coincidentally was brought up. And again, I'm not anti this group. I think sometimes they can be, their power can be overstated, right? But it does seem that if you have anything negative to say, it could be a very, this black eye. Though we're also seeing, has the public relations for this group in any of our lifetime been worse? Have you seen more people with more negative to say about this group in your lifetime? Because I don't remember this. I remember if you ever said, like, oh no, what's wrong? Well, how dare you? And now we're in a totally different age. And I'm not saying that makes it right, wrong, whatever. I'm observing a trend. And you really can't help it. And that, I don't think that's totally unintentional, right? Because that's a way of unpersoning you. Oh, you're anti-Semite. You can't have a bank account if you're an anti-Semite. So we got it's and if you know about the group, they don't mind sacrificing their own a little bit every now and again. 270,000 times. In any event, if you push out a bunch of anti-certain propaganda, it's easier for it to catch on. I don't think it's not accidental and coincidental that, depending on how your algorithm is on social media, you'll see a lot of stuff that is far from pro. That's not by mistake. That's to tag you. Oh, you're watching all this anti-Semitic content. That's why they had all the real weird. I call them weird. Whatever, the right wing. I guess they're the cool kids in class with Fuentes and Tate and all those guys. Clavicular. He's one of the newer ones in this class. They're all probably feds. Let's be honest. They're all probably feds. Fucking Tate said his dad was in the CIA, so the odds of them being feds is damn near 100%. But, they had him doing the Kanye song, also probably a fed. And it's like, it's a big news story because, oh, you're pro-Blitler. Not supposed to be that. But that's the point. They're trying to increase that trend. And now, oh, you're looking for a job. Well, we found your Instagram stats. You like a lot of interesting information. I don't know. I don't know if we can hire you. You did. So it's like it's a purpose thing. It's a purposely done thing to not just to basically increase. They're increasing the anti-Semitism, and I don't know if that's the right word because we can argue whether or not they actually even practice Judaism. That's a whole other can of worms. That's outside the scope of this stream. But they definitely want to increase the negative feelings for the purposes of catching you and then making an example out of you like a Puka Nakua. And he's probably, semi go along with it. Or if he did fuck up and get out of line, they give him his slap and he goes back into the system. But they want you to do that. They want you to be comfortable doing this so then they can fuck with you when the time need be. So he did the happy merchant. I guess that's the best way of calling it. Those lightning bolts. I'm sure you're talking about the flash and reverse flash. Obviously, Cotton. Obviously. Yeah, not allowed to notice. Appreciate you being here, OG. V likes trolls. Pepsi's polar bear ad is getting traction. Really? Most hated people on Earth besides Indians. Yeah, people are really shitting on Indians recently, calling them G's and shit. They can't even find that. Not yet, but it seems like they keep trying to change things to make your likes and make all right. What you like is visible, but they're talking about making what you share visible, which I don't give a fuck. Whatever, man. Click your last link. On 30 to 40% Israelis believe in God. All right. Man, I look at the anti-Semite stuff we totally didn't produce, right? Am I missing? I might be missing comments. Sorry if I am missing comments because I think I'm on the wrong chat. Cool kids of class. Yeah, well, people follow you. Click your last link. Okay, I'll click a link. Let's see. I got to the basically. Yeah, let's see what's going on here. All right. Wait, did you have another? You had something else. What was this? This is just something else.
Looking to throw it on first down. Back-to-back deep shots. Touchdown, Cardinal.
All right. Wade has been satisfied. No, thanks. I guess for that. That palate cleanser. We'll call it a palate cleanser. What's this shit? I'm just looking at one of these videos. One of these drinks is fucking up people's bodies. That's crazy. I saw an interesting video. I'm trying to get my little fitness on, so I watch fitness content, and I saw an interesting video from a guy called Obese to Beast. He's been around for a while, right? And he was talking about a content creator, and it's funny. A long time ago, I wanted to, share my fitness journey or whatever on the internet. This is back in the days, and try to, lose weight. I'm glad I didn't. It's hard enough to lose weight. It's hard enough to just lose weight on your own. And he was just talking about he uses other content creator, and basically when the person eats something unhealthy, it goes viral. They get like millions of views, to hundreds of thousands of views when they try to eat something healthy. Though there were a few exceptions, for the most part, they only get, not even 1% of that, right? And it was, it was kind of a doomerific commentary on both the algorithm and people. It's like, like, if you just go off the algorithm, it literally just wants her to just this young lady to fucking eat herself dead, basically, because he didn't say it like this, but he was just saying, he was going through this girl's videos, and any video where she's eating unhealthy and she eating like shit, because she just tracking her eating and being honest about it, for better or for worse, right? When she's trying to eat well, the shit doesn't do well. And he was just talking about, like, especially in a world where people are trying to make money off this content, it's an interesting reality. Now, that's why I would not suggest anyone who is like, and I see a lot of people like that who are trying to document their fitness journey, and I wish them the best, but I really wouldn't do it. I would wait until I have some success. I do get, sometimes people want to be trainers and stuff after the fact, and maybe they can help people because you have that actual experience. There's the one trainer, he's like gotten himself fat on purpose to lose weight with his clients and stuff. So, I get that there's value there, but to do it as a active journey when, like, literally the algorithm supports foolishness. The algorithms of social media, I'm not going to say they never reward positive things, because that's a stretch and that's going too far, but there is a high reward for foolishness, man. There is a high reward for foolishness, and in this person's case, you're literally, if she were to let the algorithm decide for her, she would fucking die. Literally, if you can, this is an extreme way of looking at it, but you can extrapolate, fucking the algorithm and the people want to see her eat herself to death. That's what they want to see. We want the freak show. It's a freak show. We want the freak show. We don't want to see people get healthy. We say we do, But that's not the interesting watch. It's the interesting watch is My 600-Pound Life. Question. Oh yeah, I've meant to check on you. Hopefully I won't get hired to go back. Hopefully everything went smooth in Michigan. Shout out to Michigan, the murder midden. But I just thought that was an interesting thing. I thought of it when I saw this girl, But you guys are talking about Coca-Cola or no, Pepsi-Cola. Basically, the Coca-Cola polar bear switched sides to Pepsi after Coca-Cola started using AI. That was the Pepsi commercial. That's crazy. Well, they had that stupid AI commercial Pepsi or Coca-Cola did around Christmas. And Fish has it. We'll check it out in a second. There's AI in the drinks. There might be. At the bottom of the worst rabbit hole is the same bunch of rabbits. It's a coincidence. Obese says Brandon Hollum. What the tea and rabbit becomes? Oh no, no artificial sweeteners, just artificial intelligence. 3 words, get a job. Well, I don't know that this person has a job or not. I couldn't. The person probably has a job, but I would just say don't document your journey. It's not because people are not going to encourage you to succeed. They want to see you fail. The fun, the entertainment is seeing you fuck up. That's why even that Nakano guy, he lost his weight in private. You know what I mean? He did all these different videos and shit, but he lost his weight in private. Don't go on the internet and, as much as I've wanted a bigger audience, and I still would like it, you know what I'm saying? I am starting to age into man, I don't know if I'm willing to do everything just for an audience. I don't know if I'm willing to sell or to become a pure jester just for the audience. I'm not too proud. Like I'm not special, but at the same time, you gotta have some dignity. You gotta have some dignity. You gotta have some privacy. You gotta have a space. That's part of the private thing. So yeah, their internet theory became G internet theory. I haven't heard of G internet theory, but I can guess that. And I think there's even some truth to that because there certainly is a lot of India-based bottery on the internet. I would say the internet is leading the league in Indian-based bottery. You don't become one of the most hated groups of people in the entire globe for no reason. You don't get kicked out of 110 countries for no reason either. Oh man, cool. Getting there. Congrats, Real Way. Hopefully you get to 2 million total views. That's pretty dope. If people didn't love freak shows, the algo wouldn't serve it. Absolutely. Yeah, I did see a comment, man. Get through everything. Man. Don't drink soda. That's smart. That shit is absolute poison. And same with all that, like diet sodas and all the other bullshit. They got they got like Poppy or they got some weird like alternative sodas. All that shit is just chemical baths. All that shit can probably clean your drain right now. More likely to get 2 million views and 2K subs. This fucking algorithm is a mess. Yeah, Coke and Pepsi, Democrats and Republicans, red and blue. It's always red and blue, different colors of the Masonic Lodge, man. Look it up. Don't believe the fat guy. No, I don't call myself fat. Don't believe the chubby guy on the internet. Oh man, Quench and Mellow Yellow, Dr. Thunder. Are you doing that from the RDC sketch or RDC sketch? Ain't nobody drinking no Mellow Yellow, no Dr. Thunder. No, what was it, Mr. Pip or some shit? Had a kick. I can't remember. I can't remember the sketch. I kind of do, but I can't. I don't know how to grow on this platform, man. You gotta do it for the love of the game. I don't know. I gotta start doing more music videos and just doing more content. I've been bullshitting on that. Mason's trapped back to the. Shout out to the Talmud, which is a fucked up book. Shit. Shout out to the other Sephiroth. I ain't talking about Final Fantasy VII. Mountain Shouting. I never heard that shit. You down bad. You drinking some Mountain Shouting, man. That's fucking crazy. What is that? You down fucking horrible. You better off drinking fucking lighter fluid. The fuck? Mountain Shouting? You can't afford a Mountain Dew. You need about Mountain Shouting. What the fuck is this? What the fuck is Mountain Shouting? Yo, don't. Come on, man. Mountain Dew itself is death. If it's not even good enough to be called Mountain Dew, what the fuck is this? Hopefully it's just watered down. Because if it's like cut with other chemicals, only the Most High knows what they put in this. Look at this shit. Enjoy that brominated vegetable oil. Oh, fuck. What is this even from? What brand is this? Giant? Giant Food. Oh, man, I never even heard of Giant Food. What the fuck is this? Mountain Shouting. That's crazy. Don't drink that shit. Okay, just get some water, dog. It's not that serious. Get some water, bro. Just drink it out the tap. You better off drinking out the tap. Drinking some fucking Mountain Shouting. Oh shit, I forgot to do this dumb Super Bowl commercial. Let's listen to this digital AI polar bear tell us which pop to kill ourselves with.
You're not the only one. This can be heavy. Tell me about your mother.
I want to break free.
Okay, we might get into commercial problems because of this money, because of the music, and honestly, I'm already pissed. This commercial's stupid as shit. This commercial's stupid as shit. Like, what the fuck? Why would I want to drink Pepsi because of some fucking digital polar bear? Why polar bear? This is stupid. Why am I thinking about this shit? This is what happens when everyone thinks they're cute and snarky, and that they're funny and they're interesting. Fuck Pepsi. Fuck them both. All that shit's poison. Drink some fucking water. Fuck that. Dr. Bob. God damn. Gatorade. Water sucks. It really, really sucks. No, it doesn't. Drink some fucking water, guys. Drink H2O. Not some Dr. Bob. Not even no Gatorade. Same color poisons animals. Facts. Zephyr Hills water. What is that? Musk. Is that happening? Musk is, Brandon Holland said Musk is switching Tesla Model S and X, pun not intended, production to create a robot replacement for the labor force. I keep saying I don't think they can do it. Like, somebody's going to try to prove me wrong, but I don't know. Oh, that's some spring water. Okay. I don't know if I heard that. Zephyr Hills water. Florida spring water. See, I'm not up on all this shit. Did James Gunn produce this, right? I should listen to what? You should love me. Oh. Damn. I know you had stopped drinking pop for a while. So the fact that you still had to deal with shit after the fact, fucked up your kidneys, going to hospital money to take care of it. I wish everything the best. I don't know what you're talking about. You said I should listen to what? It's a fellow creator. I don't know if I'm missing. Oh, check out the song photo. Okay. I'll check that out. Yeah, I can't imagine that's going to be pleasant. Oh, man. I wish you the best, man. I wish you the best. And what does Retro Richard have? Oh, this is the RDC World skit.
How you today, sir?
How you doing, man?
I'm good, man. What can I do
I'll play something.
Let me start off with a Sprite.
Ooh, we have Mellow Yellow.
Mellow Yellow?
Yes, sir.
Who's drinking Mellow Yellow over Sprite?
Literally everybody, sir.
No. Let me just get a Coke then.
We have RC.
RC?
Yes, sir. Both the red and blue can.
You didn't have to say that. I don't even know what the RC is. You didn't have to tell me the colors of the cans. But I'm just being rude. I'm sorry. Let me just get Dr. Pepper. I know y'all got that.
Is Dr. Thunder fine?
Man, who the fuck is Dr. Thunder, man? Who is that?
It's just like Dr. Pepper, just a little more kick to it.
I don't care what type of kick this nigga got, man. This fake ass superhero, man. You telling me people drink Dr. Thunder?
Yes, sir. Everybody drinks it.
Everybody drink. No, not everybody. Stop saying that. Before you go home and drink Dr. Thunder?
I have a 12-pack at home, actually.
Man, quit fucking playing on me, bro. Hey, look, go give me water before I leave the restaurant, for real.
Ooh, we have tap.
Y'all giving niggas water out the sink.
Why wouldn't we?
Hey, go get your manager, man. You got one of them?
We have an assistant manager.
Man, go get him and stop playing.
We got an assistant manager. I'm sorry.
Oh, is there a problem over here?
Yeah, there's a problem. Every time I ask this man for something to drink, he over offering these barbershop ass drinks.
Oh, I'm not sure what's going on, but we have a lot of drinks to choose from, sir.
Man, obviously y'all don't, because every time I ask him for something, he say, oh, you want this?
Well, I mean, we got Mellow Yellow.
Why are you saying that like that's a top drink, nigga?
Tell him about the RC.
I did, both red can and blue can.
And blue? Oh, Dr. Thunder. The kick is amazing on that one.
Man, I'm about to kick one of y'all niggas, bro. What is you talking about, man? This fake ass shit, everything all branded here, this fake ass candle, nigga. This Walgreens ass candle.
What that? But sir, we have everything that you need. What do you mean?
Obviously not. Ask for Sprite.
Mellow Yellow is the same thing.
No, it's not the same thing. Just go get Sprite then if they the same thing. Y'all talking about Quench?
Oh, Quench. We do have Quench. It's like Gatorade. But
hey, man, hold me back, because I'm telling you, don't come here. I don't even fucking know you coming here talking about Quench. Nobody drink no fucking Quench. It's Gatorade.
Everybody drinks
yeah, I think everybody.
No, everybody does not drink Quench. I don't know that one nigga that drinks Quench.
I drink Quench.
I drink Quench.
No, nobody drinks
That's
Quench.
3 out of 4 people right there.
That's not how math works, nigga. You know that.
What? There's 4 of us. 3 of us drink it. You don't. That's 3 out of 4 people.
Hey, bro, stop.
I was taught.
Hey, I'm not finna keep playing with y'all. I would've this. It's 3 of y'all. Y'all lucky. I'm telling you. Y'all niggas out of control.
Shout out to Mellow Yellow. Shout out to Mellow Yellow. Best scene ever. RC Vanilla Soda. I go between Coke and Pepsi overall. The Bears cute. What? What are we talking about? Oh my boy. Okay, let's see. Ooh. What the fuck? Why my mouse is fucking up? I can't even scroll. There we go. Mountain Dew is poison. Is it created in Tennessee? But it's fucking poison. Gotta stop. Gotta stop. We ought to stop. Personally, make robots that can be controlled by people. To let people control robots and their work from home jobs. That might be more viable, but I still don't think. I still have trouble, and I listen. I do see that there are layoffs. I see Amazon laying more people off. And listen, maybe I'm just wrong. Maybe Amazon is able to replace these people. Though I do see that a lot of those people are executive level people, really, and higher ups. They're not a lot of the grunt workers. And they do replace those grunt workers seasonal. There are seasonal layoffs in Amazon and the like for quote-unquote peak season at the end of the year. But I still have a hard time thinking robots that can function on the level of being able to replace humans at jobs but still costing low enough that it wouldn't have been a better economic decision to just go ahead and hire somebody. Like, how is somebody? We don't. Maybe we got to find out. But like, are there robots that can be made for a price point that can last 10 years with minimal maintenance and minimal upkeep, with all the wear and tear that it will go through? Because everyone asks, "Oh, robots don't get tired." You know. Everything that's mechanical breaks down. If that was the case, we would not have car repairs, right? And everything, there's planned obsolescence. That's a part of the economy. So not only are things going to break down, things are often designed to break down. So knowing that, how can we produce, I say over 10 years, if you were going to pay somebody $50,000 over 10 years, it's $500,000. So this has to be cheaper than that, right? And I'm just going for a low-end job because, if that's what you would think it replaces, right? So it has to be cheaper than that over the course of 10 years, all the way in, and still have the function to where it does replace that employee. Granted, I know, the technology that they show is not always the technology that they hold. They usually hold stuff more advanced, and that's fair enough. But I haven't seen it, man. You know what I mean? I just haven't seen a robot that's okay. It's under $1 million. It'll last 10, 15 years. It'll replace a human. And not only is it, we have enough money to invest in more of those than humans. I don't know. We'll see. Long term, maybe over the course of 50, 60 years, maybe over the course of 10, 20 years, they'll prove me wrong. But I just don't think we're close yet. Yeah, that kitty thing's not going to be pleasant. Tesla sales are plummeting. No government subsidies. Makes sense. He'd adjust. That's fair enough. I don't know what this bear business will work. That would work well for some of the dangerous jobs. And even that, do you have do you have something that could work on the oil rig so we don't have to? Even if it is like a robot working, like, you know what I mean, like a controlled robot. Now, I wonder where that technology is going, because that might be the stopgap where we have controllers of robots, who do things that humans just can't do. Maybe that is the stopgap in between. I guess we'll see. Gay from Community. Gay. Remember that. Loud is not. It still is not funny. It's hilarious if he keeps yelling. This some ghetto. This RDC world. Yeah. Whoa, calm down, Jamal. Don't pull out the 9. He's seen it. They've been doing comedy for a while. Quench will make you clench. Oh man. Yeah, 7-Up. No love for 7-Up. R.I.P. Sierra Mist too, by the way. Cardi B, mom, and Trump supporter Nicki Minaj wasn't ready for 2026. Yeah, I didn't have that on my bingo cards. And OG, you're right. UPS is also trying to do a lot of layoffs too. Have you seen how much it costs when workers die at a facility? I have not seen that. Dirty sluts and parking in politics. Well, that's what the people want. That's what they react to. A lot of people can get mad, and a lot of people can defend them. That's what people want. That's how you keep the bread and circus. Yeah, the circus is gay as fuck, and the bread is trash. The bread has mold on it, but a lot of people still fucking with that moldy bread and gay ass circus. But no, I haven't seen how much it costs when workers die. Yeah, that's another. I don't know what the odds. Of dying on a job. Certain jobs is easy to die. You're working in like a real manufacturing factory. You can get caught up in the press. I've heard horror stories. At an Amazon warehouse, it's happened a bunch of times. Yeah, I can see. I can see it happening from exhaustion. Because it's a lot of walking, and I say a lot. A lot. You're talking about one of these this major, massive building, and you got to run through it and try to make rate. The rate they want you to pick is borderline. People are able to do it, but it's high. And then the higher, the better you do, the better they want you to do. It's really fucked up. How is anyone not creeped out by Erica Kirk? That was one of the things why I didn't want to talk about the Charlie Kirk situation, because she got so creepy. It's like, how? And then she's creepy as shit, and the fucking Republicans just take her serious. Like, what the fuck am I watching? It's gaslighting. It's like the most gaslighting shit I've ever seen in my life. And whenever you say, hey, this shit seems weird, creepy, and fucked up, the fact that Republicans were worried about random motherfuckers on the internet reaction and not this motherfucker's wife. By the way, who the fuck did it? Whatever happened to him? He didn't matter. Everything but the things that should matter. And I'm like, what? Okay. This is gaslight crazy shit. I'm done. I'm out. Checking out. The Kirks, leave him in 2025. Even though, his first year, 2026, that's cool. Leave him in 2025. That was the creepiest, weirdest shit. And Republicans just totally gaslighting themselves. It's like, it felt like being on the Truman Show, where everyone is just lying to you and lying to themselves. That was one of the most gaslighting. I hope nobody's giving that lady attention, honestly, Richard. But that was the weirdest shit of motherfuckers treating this like this was normal. All these people, they reacting. Oh, it's so tasteful to the left. Look, you see his wife? His wife is coming out like Batista and doing fucking parties and shit and coming out with Nicki Minaj. What is this shit? And trying to get her career going and trying to be a public figure. Didn't we just have a trial about Puff using Biggie's money for his own funeral and having something to do with his death? Did we not just have that? Jesus Christ. She might as well be dancing. She might as well do she might as well be taking a Sting song and remixing it for Charlie with the shit that she's been doing. But motherfuckers will gaslight. She's on the path for She's on her path for Jesus. This ain't got shit to do with Jesus. Don't bring him into this. This got more to do with Satan. This is demonic. I ain't never seen. I've been on earth damn near 40 years. I ain't never seen no crazy shit like this. Listen, if I'm with a bitch and she that happy after I die, fucking beat her ass. I'm gonna be mad at y'all. Well, I probably won't be shit because I'll be dead. But if I would be, shout out to Zombie Man. He said ain't nothing when you die. Who knows? But yeah, wouldn't be a happy camper if there is any sentience. Pun not intended. Make 7 Up yours, says Tom Jess. I remember that. Yeah, I wouldn't be a happy camper to see that shit. That was just the most gaslighting. Yes, I've been waiting to say that like for 6 when it was a big story. Like, how is anyone not creeped? How is creeped out not the very first thing everyone is by this bitch in that whole story? That whole story was a fucking psyop. Massive psyop. Man, I know everything is psyop. This shit is. The shit in Minnesota is a psyop. Charlie Kirk was a psyop. George Floyd was a psyop. 2020 was a psyop. COVID was a psyop. Shit, fucking 9/11 was a psyop. JFK was a psyop. The Vegas shooting was a psyop. The fucking Oklahoma. See, and I don't mean these didn't happen. I'm not saying all this shit happened, but it was a psyop. It was a psychological operation from different government organizations, Mossad, CIA, whoever the fuck, on the people. And I don't even know how fantastic anything I said is. I don't know what is Question still here. No, I don't know if he is. I'd love to know if I said anything. And hey, if you post about it, why don't you put a credit? If I said anything that's not true, please correct me. Please do. But I don't know if anything I just said could be argued with. Hey, Fizz, I'm glad you're back. But yeah, plenty of motherfuckers give this chick attention. Like, y'all not creeped out at all? People are truly retarded and too easy to manipulate. Everyone grieves differently. Yeah, people who helped did it fucking grieve. Who grieve? People who are cool when it happened grieve like this. Her versus Mick Foley. Shout out to Mick Foley. Very different vibes from the Kennedys. I know the last time we really had a renegade president, they showed you what they do with a renegade president. When you got somebody who trying to take down the Fed, trying to reestablish the gold standard. I see the precious metals took a hit. That don't scare me none. It still be triple digits again before you know it. Before the end of this year, it'll be back into triple digits. Though, listen, I wouldn't mind a drop off to, be able to pick up some more silver. Yeah, it does something to do that. It sucks as just a motherfucker talking shit on the internet. It really sucks that he died and then was made into something that he never was. You asking me the question? You be seeing it real soon? I don't know what's going on. Shabbat shalom, daddy's home. Shalom, my niggas. What the fuck are we talking about? MAGAs? The CIA, yeah, you're right, Retro Richard. The CIA investigated the CIA over JFK death, and people believed it. Real people do die in false flags. Look at, let me see if I can find a clip. It's The Long Kiss Goodnight. Old movie with Gina Davis and Samuel L. Jackson. Pretty good movie. Shout out to Charlie Baltimore. Long kiss goodnight. And the bad guy tells you what his plan is. Let me see if I can find. Yeah, here it is. And some people look at it as 9/11 foreshadowing because it happened before 9/11. I'll go ahead and play the clip for the people. Playing a lot of clips, but still. We'll see if they let us stick around. Right.
I'm gonna miss you, Major. You aren't ready to stay dead. You don't know the rules of the game anymore.
Tell me about it. 8 years ago, this guy was on the hit list.
Budget cuts, dear. Congress blinded us overseas. I was forced to turn to any eyes and ears I could find, even if that meant recruiting the quote-unquote bad guys here.
Budget cuts. Is that what this is about? Operation Honeymoon. Fuck me. You're running a fundraiser.
Fundraiser?
1993. World Trade Center bombing, remember? During the trial, one of the bombers claimed the CIA had advanced knowledge. The diplomat who issued the terrorist visa was CIA. It's not unthinkable they paved the way for the bombing, purely to justify a budget increase.
You're telling me that you're gonna fake some terrorist thing just to scare some money out of Congress?
Well, unfortunately, Mr. Hennessy, I've no idea how to fake killing 4,000 people. So we're just gonna have to do it for real. Oh, blame it on the Muslims, naturally. Then I get my funding. Good night, old girl. Timothy, I'll be in Chopper 1.
Not like we got, years and years of war right after. And companies like Halliburton that had direct connection to the true president and the vice president of the United States and Dick Cheney. Not that was a big thing either. And they didn't make that company Halliburton. It's not like they made billions and billions of trillions of dollars of federal budget money after 9/11. It's just a movie. It's just a coincidence, guys. I did play the Pepsi trailer. I kind of just got. I didn't even play the whole thing. It was just so stupid to me. Farrar was getting too much attention in Minnesota. Yeah, maybe. Shit, I wouldn't mind having a undocumented daycare right now. There's a lot of money in it, and they're trying to mess with us as far as this doesn't belong to your stream. I know. I didn't film and shoot Long Kiss Goodnight. YouTube, you're correct. I was too busy being like 7 years old or whatever the fuck I was when that movie came out. Oh, that was a warning, and I mean, it came to pass with 9/11. It absolutely came to pass. Trump needs to go into Iran or they'll make bad things happen. I mean, they absolutely, if you don't think they do attacks and they do psyops and they do operations to justify other things, I mean, that's fine. You don't got to think nothing. I want to live in the same world you do where everything is smooth sailing. Everything is cool and easy all the time, every time. But in the reality of realities, the government does a lot of evil shit. Notice I said the government, as in the whole government. It doesn't matter if it's Republicans or Democrats. It's one government. And again, if you need any evidence, I don't need to go, oh, that's too deep conspiratorial for me, dog. I don't want to. Cool. Insider trading. They both insider trade. By the way, some of them also insider trade on companies with military contracts. Hell, we mentioned Tesla earlier. I mean, that's a company that had a lot of government contracts in its lifetime. So, I mean, I don't know why you have to. I'm sorry you got caught up in the politicization of the past 10 years. I'm sorry that you think you're a freedom fighter or you're a based patriot or whatever the fuck you think you are. You're just you're just a girl. No, you're just a goy. I don't know. You're just a person. We all get confused and fucked up, but it's a waste of your energy. I can't believe the political debate is still a thing. But that's why they do the psyops they do in Minnesota. Once they start dropping people, there's people are dying. You not care about people. You don't care about people dying. I mean, listen, I can't give all my energy to every psyop. I gotta live too. I Gotta Live too. Iran's next big step, how the 10-year plan turned into 30 years. Seen this, the greatest Israel product. What year was that made? That movie was made in 95, I believe. It was before 9/11. Let me just check it out. I want to say not 95. Could have been 94. Could have been 96. It's a pretty good movie. Check it out. I remember I rewatched it over the pandemic. And I forgot how good. One of those movies, we had a bunch of 90s movies that we grew up with. And I just love because my family loved 96. See? Like that, The Last Boy Scout, Con Air, Face Off, The Rock. You know, some of them were popular, some of them just kind of mid, but they were all pretty good. Fucking Charlie Baltimore, yeah, it came out in 96. I think it was a book first, if I remember correctly. Maybe it was not. I feel like it might. I feel like the character Charlie Baltimore may have been, but I would have to look. I can't find it. They never did a sequel, but it was a pretty good movie. Sorry about that. Usually I have some drink or something near me in case I get dry. Oof. Yeah, it is creepy that the numbers wasn't that far off either, OG. Yeah, you're right. Only 5 years before 9/11. Mentioned the previous attack in 93. And, you know, almost hit the numbers exactly. Then in the dancing Israelis, yeah. Trump just named the son-in-law of the head of the World Jewish Congress as the head of the Federal Reserve. I didn't see that TikTok was specifically censoring that word, but I knew that they were censoring anything they considered to be anti-Semitic. Yeah, you're right. There's at least hundreds of Epsteins, if not thousands. They're all essentially government contractors. They run these operations. You know, maybe Diddy and R. Kelly was one for the music industry. They have them. They got them for shit that you wouldn't even think of because they got them all over the world. They got shit. Our own skeptic sent you dildo sent us the one the satanic cult and the fucking drug dealer that saved her. It was from Europe. I can't remember. I keep forgetting where it was from. But they were trying to make her a pop star and do all this other shit. And if you look at is it Bryce Taylor? Thanks for the memories. Thanks for the memories, even though they weren't so bad. She talks about being like, you know, MK Ultra sex kitten for different politicians, and they had all these different operations, different sex pot, honey pot operations. One of the tech billionaires or the crypto billionaires that got murked a few years ago was talking about they had a sex pot operation. I want to say near Puerto Rico, and then he quote unquote drowned. Rape scene? What? And yeah, we look who owns TikTok. I've never visited the World Trade Center Museum. Sometimes I wish I was super normie. You know what? I do too sometimes, OG. Shout out to Cypher from the Matrix. Ignorance sometimes is bliss. Because what are we supposed to do with all this information? I keep going back to William Cooper. Check out Behold a Pale Horse if you are interested in more of this information and how the government works. And it's an interesting read or listen to if you can find the audio book. And it's all this information, all this conspiracy stuff. A lot of it gets confirmed with time. His whole thing was, oh man, if the American people knew how they were being screwed. Well, we all know now, man. What are we going to do about it, man? What are we going to do? That's why that right versus left is so powerful. Because it convinces millions of people that the only reason this country isn't better is because of their neighbor. instead of thinking it's because of the powerful people that be. It convinced millions of people, the neighbor that disagrees with you, that's why this country is going to the shitter. That's why everything bad is happening. And it's an effective means of division. You know, we got race, we got gender, we got religion, but you're born into those. You know what I'm saying? And maybe that's why they've become more and more less effective over time. Obviously, you still got some gender war shit, but a lot of that's just, you know, algo slop. If you're talking about some real shit, it's this political divide. And that's all this ICE shit is a good way of doing it. Like I said, have one president, bring a lot of immigrants in, have another president, kick all the immigrants out. Lots of different debates. Oh, you're not, you know, they're human. Okay, I'm not saying all this, but meanwhile, you know, there's all these fucking Somali daycares running up $1 billion tags. Shit. You know what I'm saying? Epstein's, I don't know. Who knows? That's what you said. Yeah, who knows? But you talking about who owns TikTok. Who knows who owns it? Yeah, the pattern is, the truth is way worse. Epstein Island, Rapestein. It's too late to apologize. No, we can't pull a cyber. And he didn't even succeed. He died. He got murked in the process. He wasn't even able to succeed. He turned his back on everybody and still failed. When you think about it, he turned his back on everybody he loved and he failed because he didn't shot to Tate in the original Matrix. That's what we're talking about. You don't know Cyber, or is it Cypher, whatever his name. He meets with the agent. He says, man, if you can plug me back into the Matrix, let me be an actor or something, I'll fuck up all this Neo bullshit. I don't give a fuck. I'll throw a big ass monkey wrench. I'll murk everybody just to get back in that Matrix, so I don't have to deal with all this bullshit. So I have to deal with the crushing despair of what the reality and what the real world is. I just want to go back in the Matrix. We were talking about the Matrix. We were talking about the Matrix, the first Matrix, the good one. I know LDG loves them all. Now, you know, there's something to be said about all the Matrices, especially the second. The second one was really good. I know the ending is pretty whack, but that second one has some cold ass scenes. And it was flowing until you got to that end. But yeah, that's it. We don't have any control of what these people do. Being clued in and knowing that it's happening and knowing that there's something nefarious, that there's more than meets the eye, and I ain't talking about Transformers, and not really having any power or control over it, it's a horrible combination. And mass knowledge has not made any, has not made a dent. I would say, especially when you look at the propagation of the whole Epstein thing, even though that could be used as much of a distraction as anything, even though a lot of times they distract us from it. But it's like, hey, hundreds and millions of people know on some level the government was involved with, not just involved with pedophilia, prostitution, pedophilia-based prostitution, but also used it as a blackmailing measure. That's not a debatable statement. The government did that, and there are people on that list with R and D by their name, and there's people on that list who have contributed to. That's the more important part. The real thing is not about the celebrities and all that shit. It's about the names you don't like. What name is this? Who is this? Those are the scary names, because those are the people who pay both sides to play against the middle. Those are the people that really run things. We don't know, some people say, oh, the Rothschilds and stuff. We don't know the names of the real motherfuckers who really pull the strings. We don't get to know their names. They can live like normal people on the outside. Shit, I've been talking about this house hunting. I remember a few weeks ago driving through a certain part of town, and man, there was some nice houses. Driving through, now I won't be able to afford none of them, but we're just driving through all these like mansions and all this water and all this beautiful shit. Oh man, be nice to live here. For all I know, a motherfucker live in one of them neighborhoods. You know what I mean? That would only be 20 minutes from where I'm trying to move. If that. 15 minutes. And it's some asshole that, you know, if he tells the some asshole who got the GDP of Yemen on it, and if the watch breaks down, I forgot what he said in that fucking vampire clip, but I mean, there's some regular motherfuckers that just you would never know, and they can control the stock market. They can make one phone call and change this, change that. So yeah. You talking about Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind? The first movie we showed was Long Kiss Goodnight, and then we start talking about The Matrix. And no, I have not seen the movie Unthinkable. What's Unthinkable? If people knew they'd rise up was always bullshit. All revolutions were led by a counter elite that used regular people as soldiers so they could become the new elite. Absolutely. Absolutely. But that's what people always, if they only knew. What do you think we're going to do? We're outgunned, bro. We are outgunned. I know everybody think, you know, every cowboy thinks him and his shotgun are going to save the world, but we are outgunned. You're talking about the United States military. You're talking about the high-end tech that we don't know about. Fuck the tech. The tech we know about, drones. Could you imagine could you imagine if a drone strike was called on just American citizens? Or multiple drone strikes are called on American citizens? What the fuck are the people going to do? Now, that's something. Unfortunately, of all the ways robots, I talk about, they're not sophisticated in this way, that way. They are sophisticated militarily. And they can have them, a couple days ago, I was fucking up on Call of Duty. They can have somebody play Call of Duty in real life with drones. I guess it's more Star Fox, but you know what I'm saying. Pilot a drone and fire off drones, and they can, lay out. There's a few motherfuckers got their little militias and shit. They think they gonna protect their land. Man, they send one drone in, wipe out everybody, wipe out the whole town, no problem. A drone. Yeah, they are a bunch of weirdos. Baby dick sucking weirdos. And by the way, Papa Cotton's not saying that. Fucking Sandra Bullock's saying that. And all these other weirdos doing this weird shit. Yeah, it's not just Papa Cotton just came. No, that's something they've admitted to because they're weird, demonic pieces of shit. Mass knowledge is just mass data. Fair enough. Because knowledge and data are two different things. You got to know what to do with it. Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. Yeah. Basically, Men in Black thing, you just lose your memory. Best part of politics right now is getting called liberal by conservatives and a Nazi by leftists. Well, you're doing your part. Shout out to you. Shout out to, what's the bitch? The Harry Potter bitch that is able to piss. She's the only one who can piss off both and still make money. She can make some, now she's anti-trans and and then she starts race swapping the characters. Oh, she's a leftist DEI. She can piss off both sides. She gained respect from me. She gained respect from me. She's the only one who could get both sides to Kate for and piss both sides off right now. So good for her. J.K. Rowling. China has a different type of radar. It's long range instead of short range. Fucks with everything, basically. That's why they shouldn't take people out of war. To some extent, you're right. That's how they got Liz Truss removed from her UK PM appointment, Prime Minister appointment. She wanted to cut taxes by 5%. And bakers from the city got her removed by playing market fuckery. Golly. Yeah, they can crash the markets if they want to. They'll do it. And, boy, man, taxes need to be cut so bad. Taxation is already theft. And, man, our tax is the killer. If they just cut taxes, we would have so much more of a livable world, which is why they don't. That's why they don't. Neuralizers, thank you. That's the device for Men in Black. Thank you, Fizz. Here comes the Men in Black. They've used some crazy weapons. They use some sound weapons. They use this like heat thing to disperse disperse crowds, I should say. Oof. You stand for this. They threw her under the bus so hard. Sorry. They're in a worse position now, and no one says shit. See, y'all know I don't keep up with the UCK, aka or the JIB, Great Britain, UK, England. It looks like a struggle over there. But I didn't know that they had sabotaged a PM who was talking about cutting taxes. The UK. If we want anything to get better, it's got to get a lot worse. And honestly, it's going to get a lot worse either way. Either way. I don't know, maybe the answer is living off grid. And you can only do so much, right? And they might shut that down one day. I don't know what the answer is. Some people are leaving the country. Some people are, like I said, there's a lot of people who live in their car because they got no other choice. Some people do the van life, trying to be off grid. I don't know. I think everyone, especially the past 5 or 6 years, the shit has already basically hit the fan, but we're waiting for that real breaking point moment. I mean, the economy is in terrible condition. It is amazing, and it is a blessing that everyone has not dealt with a home invasion. And knock on wood, and, for that happening for me or anyone. Because it's just how, there are no jobs. There are no jobs. There is no money. It's just a mess. Just a mess. A guy living in Alaska wild. So it's I don't know what you do. Yeah, that's silver and gold. The silver and gold has been manipulated the whole time. I had got into I wish I'd have stayed in. I still made out okay, but I could have made out a lot better. And I wish I'd have bought more silver when I was buying silver at $20 and $30 an ounce. It would be 25 spot, and then you pay over spots was 30 something. And there are people who got in before that, and there are people who have tons and tons of silver and gold. That shout out to the people who, got when gold was a couple grand. Some OGs, no pun intended. Remember when gold was 35, way back in the day. I would say, use the manipulation tactics as sales, because it's going to climb back. Silver will be triple digits by the end of the year. Gold will be, was it at 4 or something? No, it'll be over 5 by the end of the year. Maybe maybe over 6. Who knows? Been using this joke this week. Dropped my blunt in the snow. Shouldn't have had him on the same table. The coat about to kick in. Buy both. If you can buy even a piece of silver is going to appreciate quite a bit. That piece of silver you might buy for $80-$90 now, because that's what I think it fell to. You'll buy a little over spot. You pay $90, it'll be $300, $400 before you know it. Even a single piece, even if you can't get a whole ounce, man, get what you can. Get what you can. The coat about to kick in. Share off grid cabin with Sasquatch. You might have to. You might have to. Metals will rise after Trump goes in on Iran. Maybe. They're definitely going to come back. I don't know what's going to be the trigger to get them back. And that's going to really impact truth. You think this RAM shortage is a problem. Man, all the tech and this is part of why they've kept silver and gold so low. Gold is still, relatively high as far as time. But they keep all these metals low. They use a lot of them in technology. In our phones, in our TVs, in our laptops, in all sorts of tech. and everything was operating when silver was cheap. Now it's getting a little less cheap, and shit, the long term effect, as if we didn't have enough inflationary things going on with the money printing and all the other bullshit and fuckery. The rise in cost of metals and just the use of them. I mean, shit, you know what might be the thing to buy, especially because pennies just got done? You can buy copper too. That's the cheapest precious metal going right now. Wouldn't be a bad idea to get you some copper. I mean, we all know motherfuckers ain't got no problem running into old schools and taking all the wiring out. You can get your hands on some copper. That wouldn't be if you let's say you feel like, damn, I missed on the silver wave, I missed on the gold wave, I missed on the palladium and platinum and all that shit, and I missed on silver. Damn, it just left. Go get you some copper, because that's the next one up. Whew. Say silver got out to 120 an ounce, and banks starting to free. Banks are gonna have to figure something out, because it's inevitable. It's gonna go over 120. It's gonna stay there at one point. I can see this happening for 3 to 6 months of this bullshit going up, going down. That's fine. They can play that game for a little bit. Eventually, it's gonna break through. It's gonna break through that breaking point, and it's gonna probably hit like 200-300, maybe more. And actually, before it's all said and done, it'll be at like 500 or 600. But that's not. I would say by 2035 or something. I wouldn't say, but you never know. Maybe by 2030, maybe by 2032, we're at 500 or 600. It'll be triple digits by the end of the year. It'll probably be 200 or 300 by 2030. Maybe it's close to 4. And by 2035, it'll be 500, 600. And what does the world around that look? Only God knows. Need to realize they're connected. A lot of things are connected. You talking about the Iran thing and the economy? Yeah, you're not wrong. Hey, so, and if you got change, save that shit. If you do have we used to have those stupid coin stars and we gave all our fucking coins to them. If you do got any old change, you got like one of those old jars of pennies and jars of nickels that we used to think, oh, that ain't worth shit. Man, I would get it. I would hold on to my paper money if I could too. Don't be shocked that in your lifetime a $20 bill has more value than a $20 bill, not as a unit of payment, but as a collector's item. Because as we become cashless, all of a sudden cash is going to have a secondary value outside of the face value. You don't need to go digging it. Yeah, you're not wrong. You don't have to dig for shit. You don't have to, they're not hiding shit. They have real value you can't take away. Yeah. Gold and silver are finite. Same with all the rest of the metals. Yeah, even with this rise, they're still incredibly undervalued. Now, maybe we'll see an increase in mining, but mining is not an easy process. The whole conversation makes the tinfoil hat ping. You're not kidding. Thought the economy was supposed to do a full crash last fall, and I think my dates have been pushed back 6 months. There does seem to be an aversion of the full Monty, right? And things are still degrading that whole time. But it seems like they're scared to let it just totally Great Depression, totally crater. They keep trying to slightly push it up. Eventually it's going to Weimar Republic. It's going to Weimar. That's one thing that makes me nervous about buying a house. But it also makes me like, okay, maybe now's the time to do it because, once it's $1 trillion and I'm only locked in at $2,000, whatever the hell it is, payments. Oh man, I'm doing okay. But I don't know. I don't get copper since they're dropping penny. Well, they still need copper. All these metals, including something like copper, are still necessary in production of so much. And even think about this: the reason they drop pennies is because our money has become so debased. The penny itself is worth more than itself. A single penny is worth 3 cents, not the face value of a cent in copper. It's 3 cents in copper. And I don't think all the pennies, because I think a lot of pennies are cut with certain things, but I think the average penny is worth 3 cents. So the price of precious metals, copper is obviously not thought of as a precious metal, and storage would be a trouble. If you're talking about investors level stuff, it's a lot easier to store $1,000 in gold as opposed where it's only an ounce. An ounce is 3,000, so you're talking about like a quarter ounce, whatever the math is, right? Half ounce, or $2,000, whatever the price is. That's only one coin in gold. Let's say it's what is an ounce? Let's see what the actual price of an ounce of gold. Let me not speculate. Gold price. So it's 4,900 is an ounce right now. So you get 49. At least that's what Google said. 4,900 an ounce. So basically, if you want to have $5,000 in gold, that's one coin. $5,000 in copper is probably a room full of copper. You know what I'm saying? So that's one drawback to copper. $5,000 in silver is just 50 coins basically, because they're at 80, 90 now. What's silver price? Silver price 85. So, but that's spot. People pay over spot. I don't know if you ever gone on I'll show you. Y'all never been on an AP? Was it AppMex or Money Metals or any of these companies where you can buy precious metals? Let me make sure I'm not logged in. I'm not. Show y'all how this works. I've been on these sites. I've bought silver and a little bit of gold. So the price. Okay, stuff. Is that the spot price? Yeah, up here, the spot for an ounce of silver is $86.61, but you want a coin, it's $100. You're paying over the spot. You want a round, it's $97. So really, each coin you got is basically $100. Every coin basically worth $100 still, because that's you paying over spot, and you're paying over this. You know what I mean? Because those are just at quantity. It says 103, but if you only want one, it's 105. And that's a American Silver Eagle, and all different. There's all sorts of stuff. You can get a Bitcoin round. There's bars. I really got into silver in 2020. I shouldn't have stuck. I should have stuck with it. There's still a lot of cool stuff. I recently bought like a Batman silver thing. It's still worth it. I mean, it's already worth more than what I paid for it now. So this is just a silver. Now, if you really want to be a gangster, get some gold. That's where the money is. Shit. And see, these are the smooth things. These small gram packs. Pause. It's 50 grams of gold. 8 racks for that. And I'm not so quick to do a gram to ounce in my head. But half ounce. I believe I got a quarter ounce of gold. Gotta look for it. Austria. And so this is gold. You want an actual coin. Again, the spot price, $4,900, but you really want an ounce. You really want the coin. This one, okay, you can get a little less. Sometimes it's a little less. But you want a Great Britain coin or American Gold Eagle, that's half ounce. So the two of them would be, what, $5,200? And they got different things. If you want to, be a real gangster, get a bar. That's why, man, I be seeing that Tracks. What's this guy? Tracks NY. See, oh man, I wish I could. Give me a kilo of gold. Fuck a kilo of gold. Give me a kilo of gold, brother. Oh man, that's where the money is. That's where the money is. But I will tell you this: if you got to invest in that, make sure you invest in other metals, because you got to protect it. Shout out to the bots on Twitch and bots on Kick. I don't know if Vic Sage is still around. Hopefully you are. Question. But yeah, if you want to get into that metal, make sure you got other metal to protect it. Hell, maybe keep the tinfoil. You never know. Let's see. Honestly, going to be honest, why getting better, slowly figuring out. Don't be such a doomer real way. I thought I wasn't gonna be able to buy a house. Who knows? Maybe I still ain't. But I'm in the process of it. And you know what, man? Shout out to Richard. I'm not sure if he was still here. We were just talking about fucking Scarlett Johansson ended up marrying that motherfucker from Colin from Weekend Update. I mean, he's not like, you know what I'm saying? He's not the king of the world. He got Scarlett Johansson. He's just a guy. He's funny. You know, I like the Weekend Update segment. But I don't know him. I don't know him because of him. I know him because of her. So, you know, if he could put Scarlett Johansson, you know, anything is possible, bro. Anything is possible. So don't be a doomer about it. And listen, I get it. Hey, there's no need to, you know, beat your head against the wall either. You know, if you feel like, hey, it's a stressful time, it's okay to take a break, recuperate. But if that's something you want, you can get it. But you know, I don't want to encourage you. So, you know, I don't want to gas you up either. But if it's something you truly want, it can happen. You know. Every time there's a crash, there's been indicators that people mostly ignore or hid or had no idea, like 2008. Yeah. No, this is not financial advice. Do everything I said at your own risk. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just a motherfucker on the internet. Got a huge jar of pennies? Keep them. Maybe take them into a coin shop, though. They'll try to fuck you if you do have something. Keep cash is king in the collapse. If it's not a financial one, cash is king. A lot of people think gold and silver will be traded. Well, see, that's why, you know, they had like the little grams and shit. The idea, going back to it, they got this for silver too. Let's see if I can go back. You get the multi. Jeez, I'm looking gold price. Oh, jeez. They had like the break off gram, 50 gram things, top picks, these things. The idea is instead of having one piece that's worth $8K, you can break off one piece at a time if you need to trade. And they got the similar thing for silver. Type bars. Consider a bar? Let's see a bar. I'll probably be looking forever. They got all sorts of modern warfare. They got all sorts of bullshit. But Indiana University. It's one title. So yeah. And you know, a lot of people think if shit hits the fan, you'll be able to trade if you have smaller amounts of gold and silver on hand. I'm not sure. Maybe not. We will certainly see. Okay, here's the similar for silver. Obviously, a lot, you know, these gram. So, you know, let's say it's the post-apocalypse, and you just need, instead of a whole ounce of silver, you give a person a gram, you can get a Coca-Cola or something. I don't know, or whatever the fuck is worth that much silver in the post-apocalypse. So again, not financial advice. Tom just said, your mom's coin collecting. I would keep it. If you ever want to get it appraised, maybe that's an option. Maybe wait a little bit and get it appraised, because not only are we just talking about the base value of metals, but obviously when it comes to coins, you got a certain 19 whatever nickel or penny, and all of a sudden you got some rare find that has its own value outside of whatever the value is. So you got $2 for jugs, quarters, and dimes. I would hold on to that, man. Hold on to any physical money you can. Just like we talk about physical media, any physical money you can hold on to, I would do it. I wouldn't go to a Coinstar machine. I regret doing it now. Rough day to you. Man, I'm sorry, Wade. I'm sorry you feel that way. Hey, if it makes you feel better, somebody, you talk about not having a wife and family. Somebody thought they had a wife and family and walked into their wife getting plowed by, somebody else. That happened today to somebody. At least it wasn't you. You know what I mean? You got to take the good with the bad and the bad with the good. What values a huge jar of pennies in the future? Well, like I said, each penny is worth more than itself in copper alone. And let me find a source so you're not believing me. Let me see. Okay. A copper penny's worth depends on its date. So pre-82 pennies have a melt value slightly over 1 cent, 2 to 3 cents, depending on the copper price. It's legally difficult to sell for melt. And then there's rare error coins that can fetch hundreds of thousands, even $1 million. Oh man. So this is it. Okay, so pre-82 pennies. So if they're old enough pennies, they have more value than themselves, right? So a penny from 1982 on back is worth more than a penny. And therefore, if you have 100 of them, now you have $3 worth. At least by now, and as inflation continues, you'll have more, right? If you have a rare penny, now you're talking about something that, can make $100,000, $1 million. If it's an error, it's a certain numbers, older pennies before 1857. So there's a lot of different pennies with change with value. So that's the answer to that. I have no clue how much it is. Yeah, I am behind on chat. I'll get there. Probably further ahead with copper piping out extraction site. No, don't do that. I mean, that was there's always new construction sites. Essentially, you're right. The junkies, and that was a big thing in Detroit. Danny Brown was rapping about that. But that was a huge thing, motherfuckers, because they closed all them damn schools. I just found out. I didn't realize. I went to Southfield High School, which is now called like Southfield School for the Arts, and combined with Southfield Lathrop. Did not even realize. It just shows how out of touch I am with my own home city. Didn't even realize that happened. It happened a while ago. I didn't know Lathrop was one of the schools that got closed. But a lot of schools got closed, so motherfuckers ran to them schools, took out all the wiring. It wasn't just junkies, it was just anybody who was just broke. And the motherfuckers paid for it, you know what I mean? Nobody asked no questions. Under $5K, they forced it down, was headed for 6, yeah. And it'll get to 10. It'll get to 10 eventually. The government's also losing money on every nickel they make. Eventually, we'll have a cashless society, unfortunately, small time. They're going to make excuses. Oh, we don't need nickels. Now we don't need dimes. And now we don't need quarters. Now we don't need dollars. And, you know what I mean? Yeah, they had a Coke coin. The little gold, almost sticker things. 1 ounce is 28 grams. Okay. Wonder much a whole bullion bar of gold. Yeah, Google probably does know. I'm catching up. Gold bar price. What's gold bullion bar? Price of gold bullion. So a kilo just talks about different weights. So 1 ounce gold bar, as we said, around 5K. 10 ounce, around 50K. A kilo bar, 155K. God, I wish I had some gold bars. Wouldn't it be funny if we went to Fort Knox and there was no gold there? Somebody actually said that. I can't. Was it Jerome Powell? Somebody said that. Shit, I've been losing followers for the shit I've been posting, but thought I'd be losing followers, but you're gaining them. There you go, man, gaining. Yeah, brick of gold. What? I just went through the prices of, what was it? An ounce, 10 ounces a kilo. A weird thought, buying caskets. They have full copper caskets. Wouldn't shot. Listen, I've always heard of them digging up caskets anyway, digging them up, cleaning them out, and reusing them. I've heard that was a thing anyway. I didn't even think about the copper caskets. Oh boy. Sent the indicators out to your friend far before he last. Fair enough. Yeah, people have been grave robbers since times began. Like OJ, OG said. We just got slightly more civilized. Fear since 43 BC, of course. What about trad cooking oil? Most stuff in the British Museum. Most stuff, a lot of museums is grave robbed. Just add 200 Funkos to your Amazon cart. Make sure you put them in the watch later or something, because you don't want to accidentally buy them all at once. The museum. Are they Ghislaine Maxwell's ancestors? I know her father did all our books. That's crazy. Ghislaine Maxwell's father is the one who's been educating the nation. OG, good thing they stole it, because sand ninjas would either blow it up or sell it to private collectors. Oh, boy. In France, they would tell you walking in on them is in grounds of divorce. Apparently, it's not. Apparently, it's not. So, yeah, you could be a French dude who just saw his wife get plowed. He just got to keep paying her to get plowed by a stranger. It could be a lot worse. I have a point. Still fascinating. Look out. All on the internet. No, don't be so mean away. I feel bad. Listen, everybody ain't got a high slider, bro. I know you live in this high slider life. Hoes just fall from the sky. You living like Gucci Mane. Girls are like buses. Every 15 minutes, a new one coming. A lot of us is out here in these streets. A lot of us is they say you can be house poor. Some of us is hoe poor, man. So I feel, I'm hoe poor myself. So I feel, I feel the struggle. In France, I just said that. Artifacts, not the cheating. Okay, fair enough. Yeah. Cashless will encourage bartering. Yeah, that's true. Bring a barter system. Yeah, they're going to ease money away and say paper money is too expensive. That's where we're going. That's where we're headed. There's a million paths to the cashless society. And not only will it be cashless, if you say the wrong things on the internet, maybe you don't have as many credits. Maybe you got you've been saying the wrong stuff. I don't know if we can keep you here in the corporation doing a little podcast talking about the wrong group. I don't know if we can keep your job, vigilante. You know what I mean? That's a real thing. Hasn't happened yet, but I mean, it's happened to some people. Shit. I refuse to market a beast. I would too. Switzerland is voting on cashless, but it looks like they'll keep the cash. I'm surprised they let them vote. They just force it to them. I think cashless, a lot of people still fuck with cash. They do have a Caitlin Clark Funko. Well, they're a year late because nobody gives a shit about her now. No one could give a fuck about her now. I know she's injured or something. Hoes in different areas go, not all of us living like that. I got hoes in different area codes, hoes. I feel for Way. Y'all leave Way alone. I trust me. I get some of those feelings. I was thinking about that during this house search, but damn, I wish I had a family to fill this house with. But instead, I'm just gonna buy a bunch of shit, like a good goy slop consumer. Actually, the only thing I really want, I want to try to build a small gym at home. That's it. The Victorian England, you could pay the Undertaker extra to bury the person under 6 feet. to discourage the grave robber. Shout out to Mark Calloway making money back in the day. That's obviously a joke. They vote on everything in Switzerland. I see. Well, that's smooth. I wish, I get that, the people rule and the people are retarded, but it's cool that more things are for vote by the people. UK Prime Minister said if you don't get digital ID in the UK, you will not work. He went on to say that will fight poverty. That's it. Fight poverty with more poverty, I guess. Here at History Info, but they need cadavers for medical studies. Well, that's what they told people. If you believe in a lot of masonry, they needed those cadavers for sacrifices and the like. They did sometimes. They got them from the cops too. Some weird shit. So yeah, they finally they are late on Caitlin Clark. Late on the Caitlin Clark train. All right, guys, we made it to the 2-hour mark despite our best efforts. It's been real. It's been fun. It's been real fun. But I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. Jay-Z's taking a lot of heat. Oh, is he? See, I haven't looked at the new FC drops. I haven't looked at it. Maybe I should. Maybe I do gotta take a look at them. But I'm gonna try to take a look at the inside of my eyelids. I gotta get to sleep. So it's been real. It's been fun. It's been real fun. We will have Sunday night games. And I would love to do a Synthwave Saturday night. Maybe I'll get the chance to. We will see. It's a lot, and I can imagine. In any event, if you like the video, please like the video. If you're so obliged to share and subscribe, please do that. Even if you do none of these things, thank you for watching. Thank you for your time. Good night. God bless. Don't lick boots. Don't eat the poom poom. I'll talk to you guys later. Peace. Hey, this is still going. Uh-oh. Hit bonus content for the people.
Let's go to Pilates. Before, I'm addicted to working out. Let's go to Pilates.